All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this session. I feel it's a privilege to guide the course of this discussion. In this discussion, we will listen to the students of English language education answering questions on good and harms of social media. But before I read the questions, please allow me to introduce the panel members. We have four speakers. One speaker is from Surabaya State University, who is Emy Rosida, and the other three members are from Malang State University. They are Muhammad Ramdhan Rahardi, Riski Dwi Firmansyah, and Zesshreena Hatiza. Now I would like to read the questions. Number one, how important social media is in your life? Number two, which social media is best and worst according to your opinion? Number three, do you have an experience using social media which harms you and make you think that social media isn't the proper media to socialize? The last question, what do you think? Does social media give you more benefit or harm? So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the questions that we will discuss today. Now, let me explain the procedure of the discussion. There are four questions of the topic, and we will start from the first question. We have four speakers in the panel, but it doesn't necessarily mean that all speakers should answer the question. Perhaps one speaker doesn't have any idea about the topic, and the other have the same opinion with others. So, well, now let's listen to the answer of number one. Number one, how important social media is in your life. So, dear all panelists, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the question. I want to answer that question first. Actually, I'm not the person who always update all of my activities in social media. But I think having social media is really important for us because, yeah, in the social media, as you know, we just cannot upload our activities, but we also can collect many information about the current issues in this world and etc. Thank you.
All right, so according to Emily, social media is important because we can obtain more information from there. So how about the others?
Thank you for the time. I think social media is very important to me because in this digital era, I can find out anything through social media. And social media can also make me closer to my friends and my family. And I don't know why, but sometimes I like to share my activities on social media to capture my experience. And social media can also give me a verification. That means I don't have to go far to visit a location. But when I see my friends or the others people sharing their vacation, I can enjoy it too. Thank you.
All right, so surprise out that social media can make someone who is far away to be nearer.
May I?
Sure.
Well, I think that social media have many good, better knowledge and good content too. There are many people that use social media to socialize, researching more better knowledge or reading a new content that 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 many social media, many people on the world posting new content or new knowledge on the social media every day, so you can find a new knowledge, a new news or new content that you may like or you may not like. So I think that good social media is very good to improve your social skill and learning new knowledge, because there are many diverse knowledge on the social media that you can learn from. Thank you.
All right, so is there still any opinion from you? Or we can move to the next question.
Okay, I would like to deliver my opinion. For me personally, social media is an important thing because from social media I can access like some news or information faster than if I do not have social media. And then besides that, I use social media for having fun too. Thank you.
All right, so those are the answers of number one. Now let's move to the second question. Okay. So the second question is, which social media is best and worst according to your opinion? So ladies and gentlemen, time is yours.
Thank you for the time. I think I couldn't find the best social media, but if someone asks me what the worst social media, I can say that, in my opinion, Twitter is the worst social media because uh, I found that many users use sometimes when they are tweeting or do some activities on the Twitter, they many of them use some inappropriate words, or in other words we can say that some users of Twitter are toxic, but that's my opinion. Thank you.
All right. So Riski highlight that many of Twitter users are toxic people. So how about the others' opinion?
Well, I think that Twitter is a not good social media platform. I think that Facebook is a more worse platform that I have ever seen. While this might not be true, because I saw that many false information or false even that originate from the Facebook. As you can see, there are many national event or some people posting in the Facebook, and there are many people comments from there using an inappropriate word, and they may share to their relative or acquaintance without knowing the real information or the real news. So why are many people using Facebook to spread false information? I think that Facebook is a oldest platform that I know, that people may seem familiar with Facebook and they are can use the Facebook well. So I think that right now is the worst social media platform is a Facebook. Thank you.
All right. So some of you have talked about the worst social media according to your opinion. But how about the best social media? Okay. Emy or Zesshreena, you can deliver your opinion. Thank you.
Thank you for the time. I think I think the example of the best social media for me is Instagram, because on Instagram, I can find a lot of positive content that can motivate me. And in Instagram, uh, I can find uh, I can find uh, something that funny for me. And the worst social media is TikTok, because I think TikTok can make someone addicted, including me. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other opinion?
Oh yes, I wanna deliver my opinion. For that, thank you for the time. So actually, I really excited to discuss about the worst social media that I know, because actually I believe that the founder who creates a social media has his or her what is it, own willingness, and of course the founder believes that there will be something useful created by the social media. But according to my opinion, uh, there is one social media who uh, which makes me uncomfortable, which is Telegram, because I don't know why. Actually, I rarely use my Telegram account, but suddenly there is someone who assigned me to many groups, to many unuseful group, I think, so that I feel uncomfortable with that. And for the question about the bad social media, I think there are many good social media, which is uh, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp also, because I really feel safe when using WhatsApp, because you know that uh, just we just can communicate with our close friends through WhatsApp, because there are limited people who have my WhatsApp number like that. Thank you.
All right. So now let's move to the third question. The third question is, do you have experience using social media which harms you and makes you think that social media isn't a proper media to socialize? Okay, so dear all the panelists, time is yours.
Thank you for the time. I never think that social media is not the right place to socialize, but I only deactivated my social media for some time. When I deactivated my social media, especially my Instagram account, it was because I was in a very bad condition and bad mood. So I want to fix my mind and my condition by not looking at social media, Instagram for a while and enjoying my life without social media.
Yeah, so it's like when you open your Instagram and you look at some posts about your friends, another life of your friends. So it's kind of comparing yourself to others that makes you think that it's a toxic thing for you. And yeah, I think that's the best choice for you to stay away from what. Okay, so how about the others' experience or opinion?
Okay, thank you for the time. Actually, I have mentioned that I feel uncomfortable with one of social media, which is Telegram, because there are many people who assign me to string group, but uh, because of that accident, I never think that I have to leave my Telegram, because there is my class group in Telegram, so that I cannot uninstall or delete my Telegram account like that. Actually, also in my Instagram account, actually I really enjoy exploring my Instagram account, because we know there are many information and from the Instagram. But one day there was someone who sent me a direct message, which was vulgar message, which also makes me uncomfortable. But not just because of that accident, I wanna uninstall my Instagram. So until now, I still have all of my social media accounts.
All right, thank you. How about the others' opinion?
Thank you for the time. While I right now I didn't have any back experience when using a social media to socialize, I think that what makes social media is a bad platform to you for socialize with other. I think when you use a social media in a negative way, like insult others or bad mouthing others, or you may make a person out of victor, maybe in a negative way. So I think that you need to use social media in a positive way, like learning new knowledge or maybe appreciate others' content. So maybe you can learn through information or a new way you can understand their content. Thank you.
Okay, so you're trying to say that social media isn't a proper media to socialize when you interact to some wrong people. All right, that's a good point. Is there any? Do you want to add some more, perhaps? Any of you? Or okay, so perhaps that's all the answer for number three. And then now let's move to the fourth question, which is what do you think? Does social media give you more benefit or harm? Okay, so dear all panelists, time is yours.
Uh, okay, thank you for the time. For me, social media gives me more benefit because with social media I can know more things, and I can also limit myself in social media and not easily to influence by people on social media. I use social media to create fun and myself without harming others. And I use social media not only for style, but purely to entertain myself. And social media can also make me connect with my friends and my. That's all. Thank you.
All right, who wants to add some more opinion?
Okay, thanks for the time. I wanna add something. Actually, based on the social media, although I've mentioned that there are any unwanted things from my social media accounts, but I think the social media give me some benefits rather than the harm. For example, in my Instagram account, I can follow many official accounts. For example, from our Kemdikbud to get an update for our MBKM program, for example, is very useful for me. Also in the Twitter, although from many people there are many unethical people in Twitter, but I think when reading the opinion or the comments from the Twitter users, I can give new insight for me, so I can understand, I can know the many point of view of many people, and it is very useful as my job as a new debater. So the social media helps me a lot. It is very useful and gives me some benefit.
All right, thank you. How about the others?
Thank you for the time. I think I agree with the Amy that social media has more benefit to our life than the negative than the disadvantage, because in the social media you can meet many people not only in the national term but in the world world, that you can see their culture, technology, their environment, or their idea or even the politic in the foreign country. So you can learn their experience. Maybe for students like us, you can learn their tips, how they study, and how to operate an application, or maybe learn a new knowledge from a recommended website and download more book from online library. So while social media has many more benefit to us, as for me, I think the downside is it makes me forget the time when using a social media, but the positive benefit is outweigh the disadvantage. So I think that social media has more benefit to students like us. Thank you.
Okay. So who wants to add some more? Riski, perhaps? You want to say something?
Okay, I think I would like to deliver my opinion. Actually, I agree with others that social media give more benefits because I think in social media we can see the world wider. Like I mean, there are a lot of perspective that we can learn from. So, in other words, social media will give more benefit when we use it wisely. Thank you.
All right. So that was the last question and the answers from all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've just heard the answer to the last question. In other words, we are now going to the end of this session. Well, before we thank the panel, allow me to read the summary of the results of this interesting discussion. I have some points here. So, firstly, panelists agree that social media is crucial in their life because in social media, they can find various information, they can have fun, and also it can make the far ones become closer. So, and secondly, all panelists have their best version of social media, which they like to use, but mostly they point out that Instagram is their choice for its content. And also the other says that WhatsApp also the best one. And I quoted from Anisatul that actually there is no more social media because the creator has their own goal when they create the social media. And thirdly, some of you have some bad experience about the social media, especially like in Instagram. It's like they feel like they compare themselves to others. It creates anxiety. Also, in Telegram, when people get annoyed by random people by being invited to a random group. And fourthly, they agree that social media give more benefits because through social media we can see the world wider, and also it gives more benefit when we can use it wisely and intelligently. So those are the results of this discussion. I do hope that this discussion is fruitful and will open the horizon wider. Thank you for participating in this session, and please join me in thanking the panel for their great presentation. Now it's time for the chairman to say a few closing words. Thank you.